that we are very, very proud of the performance in every aspect of the game, apart from obviously scoring that goal that will have give us the win. I think that the team showed our identity. The players perform in a very difficult place really, really well. I think, I think defensively the team gave a masterclass for 80 minutes. I think playing in such a difficult place, and I think on the 80th minute or 78th minute, Houston hadn't had a shot on target, off target, or on goal or anything. I think it's credit to how the players worked and executed the game plan. I think on the ball we were really good, but that final third is something that obviously we need to be better because we're not producing enough or scoring enough, and we will work on that. But I think for the team to come back and do how they did, and obviously it's never easy when the captain and centre back needs to come off in the moments he did, and the team didn't change one bit. So credit to Mandy and to the rest of the teammates. I'm very proud of them. I'm just obviously gutted that we didn't get the 3 points. So.
Jenna, go ahead. Jenna, go ahead.
I don't
Okay,
know.
Luis?
Sorry, going out a little bit.
Yeah, Jen, I can hear you now. Hello.
Yeah, okay. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Oh, hi. Okay. Sorry, I don't know if it's my internet or thank you for taking the time. I wanted to ask about specifically the rookies, Real and Schupansky, who are, 2 starts in a row for both of them, both getting the call-ups to the U23s. And Sarah was just in here saying that she has not been in this system before. And so, getting her first call-up into the system. So if you could just speak a little bit about them and specifically Sarah and just kind of what you've seen from them and how they contribute tonight.
Yeah, well, I think they both have been fantastic. Lily is adapting to a new position and is being outstanding. I think she was brilliant defensively today, and offensively we could actually have won the game in that last cross from her, but she was dominant against every player, and she's been outstanding since she's joined us. And the same with Sarah, no? Obviously, at the moment, we have still Rose not in the team, and that's a big responsibility. But the reason why she's playing is because she earns it every day, the way she's applying the concepts, her technical ability, how she performs, how is her attitude, her commitment. Is really a great human being. I think you will step by step get to know her. Every player is very, very happy when they play with her. And she is really adapting to the style, to the position, to the league, to the pro world, and is doing it fantastically well. No, when I was talking to her the other day about the call-up, and I called her to let her know she was, over the moon, because as you said, it was the first time, which for me is very surprising because I think it's a top player. She came, as I mentioned before, last year for a couple of training sessions, and she was someone that we straight away highlighted that we wanted to have with us this year, and I couldn't be prouder, of both of them. They are obviously filling up really difficult roles, starting, taking responsibility, and they're doing really, really well. So yeah, wish them all the best and that they have fun in the camp for sure.
Luis, go ahead.
Saludos, Coach. Buenas noches, Luis Rodríguez de la Línea Boca por acá. Un inicio un poco difícil, ¿verdad? Una derrota, 2 empates en el partido. Hablas de la defensa y quiero decirte esta pregunta porque quiero preguntarte, ¿verdad? ¿Cuál tú crees que puede ser la vía para darle darle vuelta a la página, ¿verdad? Y volver a encarrilar en el plan que tienen. Y la segunda es, ¿a qué tú crees que se debe la falta de gol del equipo?
Bueno, ahora mismo creo que es importante que estamos en un proceso de reconstrucción del equipo, evidentemente, porque hemos cambiado muchas de las piezas. Además, jugadoras que son una parte importante todavía no están con nosotros, como Mitch, como Rose, ¿no? Ahora acabamos de firmar a Gaze. Entonces creo que eso junto con, ¿no? Ya acabamos de hablar de Lily, de Sara, Jalen, Gaby. Tenemos muchas jugadoras nuevas en el equipo y siempre lleva un poquito de tiempo ese aspecto, pero creo que al fútbol cómo estamos jugando, cómo el equipo está compitiendo, si lo miramos de una forma holística, para mí me da tranquilidad, me da calma y creo que al final eh, el trabajo que están haciendo las jugadoras a largo plazo tendrá su recompensa porque lo están haciendo muy bien. Al final tenemos que tener un poquito más de claridad en el tercio final, tomar más responsabilidad, un momento en el que también un poquito de suerte, ¿no? Creo que hoy también ha habido jugadas que muy claras, esa última llegamos con 3 jugadoras al área y no conectamos con el remate, o tenemos una jugada que parece que es clara y nos resbalamos, o se va al centro por un poquito. Al final son matices, pero como ya te digo, creo que es importante que el estilo y cómo juega el equipo, para mí, estoy tranquilo, ¿no?
Jonathan, go ahead.
Thanks, Jeff. Hi, Juan Carlos. To follow on that, understanding as you've just said how relaxed you are right now, is it easy or difficult for you to be patient to wait for all of those pieces to get on the field, as you just mentioned?
When it's something that I can't control, no? So as I grow older in my life, I realize that, the things that you cannot control are not things that you should be stressed about. Like, I know we have a fantastic medical team working behind the scenes. Obviously we just signed a new player as well for that forward line. I think the players that are working in those lines, they are working really, really well. It's about the final details. And I think that the players on the bench, the last week was Kaya and Cici. This week it was obviously Mac again at 14 years old. This is obviously we're asking them very young players to take a lot of responsibility. And sometimes it pays off straight away. Sometimes it pays off with time. And I think at the moment for me, my job is to look at the overall picture. There are certain aspects of the game that we are very, very happy with, and there are certain aspects, especially the final piece on the final third, that we need to work on, and we will. So at the moment, I think the other parts are a little bit harder to get going, and I think the team is doing those aspects really well. So we just need to keep building from there.
Amanda, go ahead.
And I have to do my job for a moment. And Jeff, can I follow up real quick? Do you mind?
Yeah.
I have to do my job briefly and ask about Tierna for a moment and what the timeline you think is for when you'll know what the injury is.
Yeah, I don't know. To be honest, I came straight from the pitch to you guys. For me, it was obviously difficult. For me, that's the hardest part. Obviously, people look at the result, and for me, obviously, we draw, which is 1 point. We had a point, but the hardest part for me is when one of my players get hurt. That's really difficult. But for me, Tierna is a warrior. Is our captain. It was devastating seeing her coming off the pitch how she did, but then seeing her on the pitch at the end of the game, it was also, a message from her to the team of how strong she is. I know whatever it is, we're gonna be with her. We're gonna support her. She's in safe hands. We have a fantastic medical team, and I hope it's the minimum it can be, because she's been outstanding for us and outstanding for her country, and she's our captain. So I really wish is the shorter it can be. At the moment, I don't know any time frames or similar.
Amanda, go ahead.
Hi, Juan. I was just wondering if there were any performances today that stood out to you or any players you were particularly impressed with.
I don't like to highlight anyone, but it's difficult, no? Darin and Bruna came in the 11 for very established players like Neely. I think Darin was outstanding. I think Bruna as well gave us a lot on that right-hand side. I think the back line that started and that finished was incredibly solid. I think, Jalen is taking a lot of responsibility as well, and she's leaving her heart and on the pitch. Esther is being, even the players from Houston, they said, oh, we love to play they love how she is. I think she's a very different player to a lot of the profiles in the NWSL. I think step by step we're building, and I think every one of the individuals is adding into it. And today obviously had to do one save, I think, at the end of the game, but I think her distribution today probably was I think it was 10 out of 10. And like, I don't know her stats, but like probably she completed every pass that she tried. She helped us out to come out of the pressure. I think I'm very proud of them, honestly. Like that's the reality.
Peyton, go ahead.
Juan, I was wondering what you would make of or how you would assess the team's ability to kind of keep things together in that second half, as you talked about the defense, if you were pleased with that, and then also getting the first clean sheet of the season, if you view that as a significant kind of marker in the progression of where you want this team comes along with the progression that you're seeing.
Peyton, I think it cut off a little bit. I think our connection is a bit unstable. I think the first question is about how we manage the defensive structure on the second half. And then the first one was that, and then the second one I missed it. Can you repeat?
That's a good metric for you.
If if you viewed getting first clean sheet of the season as something that's of significance moving, getting this team to where you want them to be into the season, or if that's just kind of a byproduct of the progress that you're seeing elsewhere.
Yeah, I think at halftime we spoke. I have complete belief that the players are prepared to do a lot of different roles on that back line. I think at that moment we moved Sonnett, Emily to the left center back, Mandy to the right. They were very good. Then they swapped again. Then they were very good throughout the whole half. And the rest of it stayed the same really on that back line. I have complete trust and belief in how they manage those situations. They are world class, and credit to Mandy because he was obviously coming off the bench. He was ill last week, and she came on and played like outstanding. Then I think the clean sheets for us is something very important, something that we take a lot of pride. I think today, not conceding goals, it was really important for us. The last game we conceded both on set pieces, obviously one penalty and one, unfortunate own goal. If you look at the goal from the first game, I think we have at the moment of the goal, 10 players in the box. We clear it, it bounces off a player. You know what I mean? Like sometimes those little details in football are hard to control and sometimes go with you, sometimes go against you. So for me, my job is looking at the overall performance, and as I said, we need to push certain things on the forward line in the final step. The rest of the performance, I was extremely pleased, with them. I think it would be very difficult for a lot of teams to come here to Houston and to perform how we did. I think it's a lot of credit to my players.
Thank you, Juan.
Who's playing on
Thank
the
you,
back
guys.
line with you? You've seen a lot of young players come through this league, but how has it been working with her, and kind of what have you seen from her, so far as a rookie, and how is she melding in with the team?
Yeah, one thing I'm jealous of is that she's left-footed. I love those guys. Lily has I wouldn't say she's shocked me because I've seen her play with UCLA. She's been through the youth systems with national teams, so fairly similar teachings. I would say pretty seamless to work with when you're talking about back line. How a back line operates. She's really well versed. She's, I think, more of a center back than outside back, but I think she's been showing really well in the outer part channel when she's playing.
Jeff, go ahead.
Thanks, Jeff. Hey, Emily. Just wondering what you were able to say to Tierna on the field, if you've been able to see her afterward, if you've been able to touch base with her on following her injury.
Yeah, I mean, I just walked off with her with the field. Don't know anything yet, but clearly shaken up a bit and had to be subbed. So all thoughts with Tierna.
Peyton, go ahead. Peyton, go ahead.
Hi, Emily. First clean sheet of the season, it feels like again, or if that's just vanity metric and not something that you would focus on.
Can you repeat that one more time, please? It just went out a little bit.
Sorry. First clean sheet of the season. I was wondering if that feels like a significant factor in the progression of the team right now, like what you guys are moving towards, or if it's just a vanity metric that you wouldn't really put any value towards.
I think there's definitely value with clean sheets. I actually thought if you're looking at metrics, our Orlando game was really, really good in terms of in play defense. If we're talking about that, I think being able to build on that into this game was really, really good. We work a lot on the defensive side of the game, so to be able to build again off the Orlando game into this, we're only seeing strides in terms of that. So to be able to see clean sheet, I don't think Anne really had to do much until the end of the game. So that's always a positive.
Jonathan, go ahead.
Thanks, Jeff. Hi, Emily. Jonathan Tannenwald of the Philadelphia Inquirer. Going against Delaney Sheehan and Yaz Ryan tonight. I know you personally have done that over the years at various times, but I wonder if you see anything different in their games this year now that they're at a new club.
No. Yaz is a really good player. I think that's why she gets called into national team. I like seeing her more on the width, seeing her more 9. Delaney still plays central, and they try to have a connection. I don't really see anything different, but I think Yaz is really useful on the wing.
It was definitely like Jeff said, a very physical match. Houston came out with a really good game plan. They played us very well. I thought defensively we did great tonight. Our back line adjusted very well. Unfortunately, Tierna went down pretty early on, but I think Emily Sonnett and Mandy Freeman came on and did a great job just keeping us strong back there and making sure we went through the rest of the game with confidence. Juan keeps reiterating that this is a process and it's just step by step. And I think we needed to be a little bit more effective in the final third tonight, but with time that will come and getting to know each other a little bit better and combining in around the box. Now, we're doing all the hard work. So now we just got to finish it off. But like Juan said, step by step.
Questions for Sarah? Jenna, go ahead.
There you go. Hi, Sarah. Thank you so much for taking the time tonight. I actually wanted to ask you about your call up to the U23 national team. Just kind of how you're feeling about that, how you felt when you got the call, and how you think your time at Gotham is gonna, prepare you for that camp.
I'm so grateful for the opportunity. I have never been in the system before, so to get the call up, it was kind of surreal. I was eating dinner when Juan called me and told me that I was within the poll and maybe would get the chance to be called up. And he pulled me aside before practice one day and told me that my dreams became reality. And obviously it's super special, but I wouldn't be able to be in this position and have this experience without Gotham and without Juan and without this team. And practicing with this team every day and playing in games like this against teams like Houston. I'm going into the camp feeling very confident because of who I train with every day and who I'm coached by every day. And it's all credit to them. And I hope that I can make them proud on the national stage. So
yeah, awesome. Congrats on that.
Thank you so much.
Luis, go ahead.
Hi, Luis Rodriguez from the De La Línea podcast. After a tough start of the season with 2 drafts and 1 loss, what adjustment do you think the team needs to make to turn things around?
Yeah, like I mentioned before, I just think it's coming down to our efficiency in the final third. It needs to be a little bit better. Our defense has been very solid from the back line all the way forward. I think our press is even very effective, and now just being effective in transition and with the opportunities we're acquiring, I think we just need to be a little bit more clinical. And like I said, we're going to continue to work on it and continue to become more comfortable with each other. So I think it's only a matter of time before we kind of break the ice and really get things going. But I am in full belief that we are not the team we're going to be by the end of the season, and we're just going to continue to grow every single day.
Jonathan, go ahead.
Thanks, Jeff. Hi, Sarah. Jonathan Tannenbaum of the Philadelphia Inquirer. You mentioned that there's a belief that the finishing come in time, which makes plenty of sense. But I wonder if on a night like this, when the quantity of shots is there, does it weigh on you guys at all during the aren't going in?
Sorry, can you repeat the last part? I think it just cut out a little bit.
Yeah. Does it weigh on you guys at all during the game that it's not going in, psychologically when the quantity of shots is there?
I think it's frustrating, but it's not defeating. We obviously want the ball to be in the back of the net, and we have full confidence in each other and ourselves that we can make that happen. But when it doesn't, like I said, it's obviously not what we want. But we still feel like we have the capabilities to make it happen. So I think once one falls and we kind of break through, it's going to be a lot easier, and the results are going to start to come for us. But yeah, I don't think it's defeating. The staff is very supportive of us every single time we attempt to take an opportunity, even if it's not the cleanest. So they're just very persistent about trying to keep going and pushing through. And I have full confidence in all of my teammates and myself that we're fully capable of finishing these chances. And with time, it'll come. I know it will. I mean, I practice with these girls every day, and the finishes that they're capable of making and the things that they do in training are insane. So I'm excited for it to finally fall into place and for everybody to get to see how incredible we can be in the final third. But it'll come. I promise, guys, it'll come.
Last one from Amanda.
Hi, Sarah. Amanda here from All for 11. What do you think about the way that Houston played made them so difficult to break down?
Yeah, I think they came out with a really good game plan. They knew what we were going to try to do, and they played us very well. They were very physical. They read the transitions very well, and when we wanted to go long, I think they did a great job of dropping off and kind of preventing us from exploiting that space in behind, which is something we've been doing a lot lately. But I think especially in the second half, we did a good job of adjusting to that and combining more through the midfield and finding that switch of play. So I think we both played a very solid game, and we both had really great game plans, and it was a good soccer game. But like I said before, it's obviously not ideal to not come away with 3 points and for the ball to not hit the back of the net for us. But it'll come in time. Very good game by both teams, and Juan is very satisfied with our efforts and our work rate. So like I said, it'll all fall into place.